Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Wright.
And my name is Jerry.
Welcome to our show. It is called Reasons to See.
Today, we're going to do something a little different.
You see, there's a director out there, a very famous director, who some of you probably have never heard of. His name is James Wan. Nope, not Bond. Wan. In case you guys don't know, he directed films such as Insidious, The Conjuring. What else do you do, Jerry?
Dead Silence, Death Sentence, Saw is probably the biggest one.
I like how you named off his two least liked films first.
I went in reverse order. Yeah, you know, Insidious 2, The Conjuring, Insidious, Death Sentence, Dead Silence, Saw 1.
He said something the other day that really broke my heart. He said he's going to be retiring from acting. Wait, wrong sentence. He said he's going to be retiring from directing.
Not directing altogether.
Horror movies.
He said he's going to retire from directing horror movies.
Yeah, directing horror movies. Sorry, I should have finished that sentence. Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about today.
Is this still the intro?
I think so.
Maybe we should do a new intro. This is a really meandering intro.
I'm okay with it.
Alright.
This is really sad because he says he's going to stop directing horror movies, and don't get me wrong, the last two movies of this franchise has been great, but the fact that his next movie is going to be the next Fast and Furious film, as like, I'll show you guys I can do more than horror. It's like, no, what? Why? Why that choice then? I think it's awesome he's doing it, Fast and Furious 7. My one issue is that this is supposed to be like his next step, his next big mark.
Well, it is a transition, you know, because, I mean, horror is kind of the bastard genre of, you know, popular cinema. I get the idea because he's making the transition in a successful franchise that's likely to make lots of money. So it's not like he's stepping out of the box and making a great film necessarily, but I think it's a smart choice in the sense that he will probably get work after Fast and Furious 7 regardless.
No, I don't doubt that it's going to be awesome, like, but something about me, I'm just a little concerned that it's not going to have that, like, some signature James Wan stamp to it. But who knows, maybe he'll blow my mind away, you know, like Skyfall blew everyone's mind away when they heard that Sam Mendes was directing this. People were like, Sam Mendes, a Bond movie, and it was fucking incredible, that Bond movie.
I don't know how those producers run their franchise, because I don't know if it's going to be like something along the lines of like a CSI show where it's like, even if you're a cool guest director, they're not going to change the formula so much for you, or if it's going to be like, yeah, James Wan, put your spin on it.
That's what I'm concerned about, is him not having his freedom, because he's worked with independent films for like his whole career pretty much, and now he's hopping onto like Universal Studios' biggest fucking movie apparently.
Yeah.
And isn't that weird how that's like their biggest one? I thought they've had other movies. I thought Jurassic Park was a bigger movie.
I don't know.
I can see that's probably their biggest franchises. There's so many of them.
I can never tell in terms of money. It's like there's always a way to argue about how inflation or tickets or like what kind of tickets people are buying. I can never fully wrap my mind around those calculations. But apparently Fast 6 is their biggest movie. I can sort of get down with what he said, because he said kind of what Rob Zombie said. Basically, he said he wanted to retire from horror because he doesn't want to get pigeonholed as the horror guy. He said he loves all branches of cinema and he wants to branch out. It's like the same thing with Rob Zombie. Do I think he'll never do a horror movie again? No, I think he probably will, but somewhere down the road. I
notice all filmmakers are like Michael Jordan. They constantly say they're retiring, but they never do.
Well, how do you
get it, people?
How do you retire from art? You know?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like when Steven Soderbergh was like, "I'm not gonna make movies." What? Really? Don't believe you, buddy. I'll see you in a few years.
Really, yeah, it seems like code for I'm gonna take an extended vacation. And I can understand it. It's like they probably do think that they're retiring, like, you know, in Steven Soderbergh's case, I'm sure he does plan to retire, but, you know, you get away from something for a long enough period of time, you know, you never know how you might feel differently.
You know, it's a weird thing. Even though I brought up how I first felt, as we've been talking, I suddenly have all these other different feelings about, like, the fact that James Wan made that statement. Like, it's so cool to see, because this guy has progressed so much as a director. Go on like Rotten Tomatoes and watch progression happen. He did Saw, then he was finding his groove. I don't base my opinion off of like what Rotten Tomatoes says or anything, because I happen to enjoy like I can't remember.
A lot of people, and especially lately, I've heard people say that they really enjoy Death Sentence.
Death Sentence is cool, and Dead Silence is really cool too to me. I enjoy these movies that a lot of critics hate, so yeah.
And I know that the Dead Silence was a very hard movie to make in terms of their interaction with the studio, because that was going from Saw, which was an independent film, to, you know, a Universal Studios Pictures sequel, not sequel, you know, to a big studio movie. And then after that, he went back to independent for a while. We'll see how he does back on the big scale.
This guy knows how to do stories with character. He knows how to do genre films, too, with character. The genres are so defined in his films.
Yeah.
And I love that about them, you know? I think he said that in one of his interviews, that he really likes to work within genres. And so I'm excited for his take on the next Fast and Furious, but I'm also excited to see what original content he'll be able to do. Like, especially now that he'll get a lot more money and stuff. I can't wait to see how creative his mind will get, you know, because I think he's capable of doing more than horror. Like, if you watch The Conjuring, it's like a drama that happens to be a horror film at the same time, and it's a damn good drama.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he's got a definite sense for visuals, he's got a style, you know, and I think he can bring a lot to a lot of other different genres, and I mean, selfishly, I hope he does more collaborations with Lee Wanell, just because I like the way they jive off each other, and I've heard Lee Wanell say that they've been working on a sci-fi project, so maybe that'll come to a light soon. Every time I've seen him talk, it just seems like he's really just passionate about movies in general.
You know, he's British or something?
He's Australian.
Australian?
Both of those guys are from Australia.
That is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Because I have only seen pictures of that guy and you know, interviews on Collider.com and stuff. I heard one interview of him like yesterday, and I was like, holy mother of God. You have a completely different voice than I imagine you to have.
Because James Wan and Lee Wanell, I think they like flew out from Australia to do the meetings about Saw and stuff like that, and they made like a short back there.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah,
good for James Wan.
Yeah,
proud of you, James Wan.
Yeah, I mean,
James Wan. Sorry, I don't know what that was.
Racist.
That's how I thought James Wan would sound.
I mean, I like.
I made the movie Saw. Change how I cut your leg off.
I'm just gonna watch you do it.
Okay, let's see what else I can come up with.
Do an Australian accent next.
Oh, no, it's not funny with the Australian accent.
Yeah, cause...
And then I'll go into my Crocodile Dundee impression.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure somebody's a fan.
Yeah. I'm sure one of our viewers is a fan of Crocodile Dundee.
Well, yeah, or Australian.
Or Australian.
Yeah.
There's a man named Australian out there.
No, I'm saying or one of our viewers is Australian.
Oh, that's what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we have lost track of the conversation, people.
Yeah, a little bit. James Wan.
We're done. Alright guys, thanks for checking out our whatever we did for James Wan here. Why don't you go ahead, scroll to that comment box below, and tell us what you think about James Wan retiring from horror films.
Yeah, and then once you're done with that, come over here and click this button so you can see more episodes of Reasons to See.
And once you're done watching more episodes of Reasons to See, click this button to like us on Facebook. Yeah! And click this button to follow us on Twitter. Sweet!
Yeah, and then once you're done with all of that, you're going to want to get updated every time a new review or a video is out, if you're a fan. So, subscribe!
James Wan must get so much poo nanny with that voice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's...
Like, I think about being in his position.
I've never been a fan of that slang term for some reason.
Oh, I didn't want to say pussy. That sounded more vulgar.
I guess. I guess I get your logic. I don't know, that's just something that just seems kind of icky about.
About Punani?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just like, that doesn't sound attractive.
It sounds like one of those like Asian chocolates.
A little bit. A little bit, yeah.
James Wan, would you like some Punani?
Oh, no. No.
No, James. I hope James Wan never watches this video.
I do too. I do hope he doesn't watch this ever.
Because I really respect the guy.
I'm a big fan. I would love to work with him, and I would hate to think that this is going to jeopardize my chances.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I want to still be able to attend his movies.
I know. I'm sure you can still watch them.
Yeah.
Because
I don't want to work with you.
Because Universal needs your money.
Yeah. But apparently Vin Diesel's skyrocketing right now.
Hey man, Vin Diesel's back in action.
I know.
Yeah,
dude, Vin Diesel's the shit.
Like he was.
It's gonna be cool seeing James Wan working with all those actors. I can't wait to see his take on it. That's gonna be fucking sweet.
Yeah. It's gonna be like someone's a ghost.
Yeah.
In the race. racing with ghosts.
That's cool. People will have hallucinations of demons in the driver's seat next to them. Yeah. Someone's gonna hallucinate Jesus Christ. That's what they should do with Insidious 3. Bring Jesus Christ into it. Yeah. How cool would that be?
That would be pretty cool. That would be weird.
That would be awesome.
No, weird is good.
It'd be a fight between good versus evil. It'd be like, what's that Russian movie called? Night Watcher?
Night Watch.
Night Watch?
Have you watched that yet?
Yeah, I saw like the first 30 minutes. I started it just yesterday.
No, you didn't.
I promise you.
Really?
I know, because you bought it for me, and I was going to do a review on it on my other show, straight to the point. And I didn't finish it because a friend came over.
You really started watching Night Watch yesterday?
Yeah, it's right there. Do you see it?
And you just happened to stack it underneath all those other DVDs?
No, it's because we were moving stuff, man.
Alright, alright.
I love you, Jerry.
I love you too, Ryan, right?